So, do you like Tommy, Hazel, and Jack Jr.'s story? Well, there's a spin-off here on one of Tommy's oldest brother, Jake and Friend's story, starring his Tommy's older brother, Jake. And the first episode of the spin-off is called Free Neighbors.
Hello, my name is Tommy Johnny Make's son, and this is my oldest brother, Jake. And Jake, can you tell your story?
His oldest brother, Jake, says,
"Yes, my brother Tommy, I will tell my story. So I was living in the town called Skill Town, then I was walking on the street as there 3 houses. I always see 3 women in the story. Each of the 3 women are Nurse Betty, Miss Stella Skinner who was my younger sister Angela's art teacher, and Mrs. Allison who was my college library teacher. They all live a different life and they all have a backstory of their lives. The first woman is Nurse Betty Rose Jameson, maiden name Johnson, who have always support her family. She was a kind woman who have a job as a nurse for 16 years, and she has a husband named Hubby Jameson who went to work every day and be lazy all the time. And her son Sonny Jameson, a 9-year-old happy boy
who's a student of the school.
And he was a very nice to his parents Betty and Hubby, and he was play in the school intelligence show. He always be silly and love his parents. All her family had appointment because Betty did not like her co-worker Mr. Gerald, who doesn't care about her responsibility, and he always like her because her husband was busy, so she give him some sandwiches and milk for lunch and pray for God. She was talk about she always help these people and clean up house and cook food her husband and son as a housewife and housekeeper and give medicines to people. When her husband have anger issues while he is watching a TV, and he always talk problems with his wife Betty, but she never really that much, because hubby was different, so he need a problem and a drinking problem. When went to work his boss Mr. Boss was mad, because hubby did not do his work because he was drunk and he is an alcoholic, all because he drinks root beer. So Betty do not like hubby was drunk, she love him but a drinking problem. Her co-worker,
Mr. Gerald,
was selfish and have a terrible behavior. Even though he didn't do harm or yelling to her, Betty has a firstborn and biological 12-year-old son named John. From her ex-partner Dr. Opinion, who was a father to John, and he was harmful to Betty and he treats her like a cruelty ways. Dr. Opinion was a heartless doctor who took John away since John was a baby, after she gave birth to him. Dr.
Opinion
have 3 children, his son Harold, and his twin children Nick and Cherry from his ex-wife Lisa.
Nick is an older
half-brother of John who helps him, and Nick was a janitor. Harold, the oldest half-brother of John who works at the mailman, and Cherry, a older half-sister who helps him be kind to John and loves him very much. John was a bully and the troublemaker who cares about everything, until his material uncle Daniel, who was a material older half-brother to Betty, and Daniel works as a coach, and he tells John to talk about his mother. John found his mother Betty, and Betty is so happy to see him and she miss her son. And he meet his stepfather Hubby and maternal younger half-brother Sonny. John despise his father Dr. Opinion, what Dr. Opinion did to his mother, and now he have a happy with his mother Betty, his stepfather Hubby, and his younger half-brother Sonny. The second is Mrs. Stella Skinner, and she is an honest woman who became an art teacher for 17 years, and she has a severe hallucinations to cause her nightmares and becomes too scared and have a panic attack, because she was treated badly by her former partner Cecil Anderson, who was an ice cream man who used her relationship with Stella, but he treat her, hurt her, beat her up, and even harmed to her. Says she was sad, and also she was pregnant with Cecil's twin babies, and so she went to her house and clicking her light switch multiple times, and she locked her door cause she was hurt by Cecil. Cecil was arrested for robbery, assault, and battery, and also vandalism, and he went to jail in county prison for a long time before he escaped, and is unknown what happened to him. She was in her family tree, her father Michael Skinner who was a fork salesman, and her mother Doris Skinner who was a horse riding. It's also her father's parents. Her paternal grandfather Zach Skinner is a farmer who take care of the animals and growing vegetables, and her paternal grandmother is Mary Skinner who collects dolls, and they're also her mother's parents. Her maternal grandfather Joseph Carson is a priest who makes people clap and sing, and her maternal grandmother Lily Carson who was a hairdresser, and Stella used to have blonde hair and Stella's hair is black. 9 months later Dr. William delivers Stella's children, and she give birth to twin babies, a son Danny and a daughter Rita, and now she take care of them. 2 years later she and her 2 kids take to the local prison so she to see the man named Peter Wilson who was Cecil's friend, and even though Peter got her arrested for poverty damage and robbery, and Peter want her marrying Stella. Stella not quite sure about this. Peter says this is life, so Stella and Peter are married, and Peter became a stepfather to her children Danny and Rita, and Stella have a friendship with Officer Mary Pretzel, who helps Stella, and Mary is with her heart, and she and Stella are good friends for 29 years, and she have good times with Stella. Stella visit to her family, including her parents, her 2 older brothers Sam and Mike, her older sister Tina, her younger sister May, and her 2 younger brothers Tommy and Dave, and the third woman is Mrs. Jennifer Allison. She is a librarian who collects her favorite books and her Easter eggs, and she find out her obsession with colorful eggs. She doesn't have a golden egg in her life during Easter, because her mother cannot find the golden egg, because Miss Allison's 7 older siblings have a golden eggs in their fair collection, her 4 brothers have them, and her 3 sisters have their own golden eggs in their pocket. Sometimes she seems herself as the matriarch of the town. She only do her skills, wish to control everything. We find out her backstory. Her mother took her colorful eggs, which is yellow, when Mrs. Allison was 5 or 6 years old. She has a problems, and that's why she dislike her mother. Miss Allison have doll collection, and she eats kind of eggs, suggests scrambled eggs, boiling egg, and other types of eggs, and she collects Easter eggs in her closet. Her son David have a special gold egg in his house that he has bought from the carnival, and Allison blame her mother that why she will borrow her bookshelf, and she has a lot of things. Mrs. Allison actually found the golden egg, the witch named Wanda, who give her a golden egg after years, and she was finally able to have a golden egg, which that makes her happy, and that's why is that the story of three female neighbors, Nurse Betty, Mrs. Stella Skinner and Mrs. Allison, that's all the story.
Tommy and Jake says Ian. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So bye! Destiny Booker Studios. Wow! Hello!